Whoa. Whoa. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching the last episode. We did succeed in everything we wanted, didn't we, Matt? We got it back together, but it just wouldn't run.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got a nice parcel from Autodoc here. Big thank you for Whiteland Restorations who put me onto this company because they're really good and everything's arrived bang on and the parts look really good. Yeah, I can't wait. I think he's going to sort it. There's no resistance to our crank sensor.
No,
and it needs something, doesn't it?
There's got to be a break in it somewhere, so we'll try a new sensor and see if it starts.
So we're going to get to getting these parts out. We'll show you these new parts. The aim of this video, I want to touch some wood, but there's not much wood in here. Well, some wood up there, is to try and get it to move under its own steam. We think we've got this working that's just down there because it's making a noise sliding. They're magnets, aren't they? And they're moving along and they're clicking. And
it's the EMV, the electromagnetic valve, and that controls the vacuum which goes to the CVT. So we think that's working.
It wasn't before, definitely wasn't.
Before,
yeah.
No,
so basically we got that working, got really, really giddy, and then the bloody thing wouldn't start. So got some new parts, got some new HT leads, some new spark plugs. So everything to do with a spark should be resolved now in this episode. So I'll just quickly open this box up here. Matt wants to test the resistance because obviously we want to know if this is going to fix it. So that's the new crank sensor. So I'll hand that to Matt, get that unboxed. And then here we've got a new ignition cable kit. And I obviously said I had some new spark plugs on standby just in case. But the genuine Volvo ones actually are really decent. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them. But let's just have some spares. So we'll start with a crank sensor, I think. So, let's get stuck in, Matt.
Okay, so
we're just giving the battery a bit of life as well. If you can hear a little whirring away, it's a little charger.
So let's just test the old one first.
So, just to prove a bit of a point.
Okay, so I'll let you see that there. I'll get both weights on. Can't feel my fingers. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing
at all there.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And the starting problem with this car, if you remember right back at the beginning, we cleaned it and boom, it starts straight away. Yes, we got,
Top 20.
Yeah, 23.6.
Right, something. Okay.
Yeah, that's, let's get it plugged in. Right, time lapse, guys. Right, so luckily I think I bought the right part. A bit longer, isn't it, the wire?
It's like, well, we've tidied that up.
Yeah, we can tidy that up. But yeah, plugged in. Let's get the battery on. Ghetto fuel tank connected.
Yep.
And hopefully it starts. Let's go for it. Come on, Volvo. It was the crank sensor again! How good is that? Oh.
Fuel. That's all. Just a fuel. That's it. She runs. Let's start again. See if we can get some more fuel in it.
Get the camera. What a car. Yeah. Needs a bit of choke, doesn't it?
It's, I think we're running out of fuel.
Are we? No, it's loads.
Is it? It's not dragging.
Oh, wait a sec. No, we're not right down it. There you go.
There we go.
Whoa. Whoa. There we go. just cold, isn't it?
It's just fuel, that's all. It's
But yeah.
It runs.
It runs again. It was a blooming crank sensor again. Right, so obviously we've not even done anything with the ignition side of things. So some people did mention about the rotor arm. The reason we're not taking it off yet is because they're absolutely solid and we don't want to snap it yet. It runs.
HT leads, check the fuel system and check the cooling fan.
Get the cover,
Get
the air filter back on because it needs that vacuum, doesn't it, I believe?
Yep. Let's carry on.
It might run.
Carry on.
Guys, it might run. I might actually see it move today. It's quite exciting.
Let's get it running long enough so we can actually try and get it moving.
Yeah, right, let's get some bits bolted on. It's definitely the fault.
That's definitely the fault. Oh, so chuffed about that. So chuffed about that.
Right.
Go for it, yeah. Are you on time, Matt? See you. Keep revving it, keep going. Oh no, air filter. Must be. Oh, gone off. You put it in drive then? Oh. Is that choke on? As well? Oh, it's definitely fuel.
Yeah. The alternator works as well.
Yeah. Coming back to life.
Yeah, like Matt's just said, it's coming back to life. Like, it literally, the alternator's charging as well. It wants to be alive. Right. There's potentially a bit of crappy fuel going through there. So we're going to get the airbox back on. And now we're going to try and make it move. And it could be a number of things. It might be make or break for this car. It might be we're golden and it starts moving. So we've got disco light going on here because the battery's running out. But yeah, let's get this bolted on. Right, we're going to see if it moves now. Everything's connected. It is a bit warmer now, the engine. Doesn't want to go, does it?
No.
How are you finding the left-hand accelerator?
Weird.
Nothing, is there? Can't see. The old temperature gauge is coming up. Definitely got no fuel, Matt.
No.
Oh, why won't it move?
More problems.
Yep. Yeah, got a very, very small weep from our water pump, but this probably needs nicking up. Listen to that radiator. It's like it's hungry. But everything was circulating, all the pipes got warm, the temperature gauge came up.
Yeah.
Pretty good, that.
Yeah. Okay, let's carry on.
Yeah, let's carry on.
Carry on troubleshooting. Right.
Remember guys, if you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up and comment away in the description it's a really fun doing these revivals. It's not, I'm not gonna lie, but they do get to you sometimes. Also, while you're there, if you're here for your classic minis, go check out our sponsors, Minimine. There's a link in the description below to their eBay shop and also a discount code on the screen now to get 10% off your next purchase when you spend £15 or more. And also frost restoration for your consumables, all the cleaning products and stuff like that we bought for this car. Again, there is a discount code and everything is in the link description below. So please go check out both our sponsors, guys. Right, back to the car. So yeah. So we're just seeing if the fan works. So lube it shaft up a little bit.
Let's try again.
Matt's got some wires. He loves doing dodgy stuff like this. Will it work? Will it? Will it?
What's that?
It does work.
Oh, rust coming off it.
Yeah. So it's just like the corroded connector there then, wasn't it? The actual motor works. It's like cutting up the bodywork. It's like right, it's another thing fixed. Well, we know that works. Yeah,
need to drive.
It was coming up to temperature nicely. It needs a bit. It's got a bit of a. I think it's dirty fuel, or potentially it could be a spark now, but it's more fuel in, I think, isn't it?
A block carburetor,
yeah,
possibly.
Yeah.
Just
so
struck jets.
Obviously we need to sort that, but the car will run with a little bit of acceleration to try and move it, but it's just not moving. So we're going to troubleshoot some things and see what we can work out. Right, just to recap, the engine is running a lot better. It's not very good when it's cold. I think it's got like, it obviously potentially needs a carb rebuild. It doesn't look like it's, the jets are working perfectly, but once the revs are up a little bit, it idles fine. It could be all manner of things, but it's running off a dodgy fuel setup right now, but it runs really, really good. Alternator works, that's charging. Fan works, that's cool. Water, considering all these hoses are incredibly old and perished, we haven't really got any massive leaks or anything, which was mad. The car was turning up to temperature as well. It's getting there, but it won't move. Right guys, we need to have a bit of a think about this car now. Yeah, it's not gone to plan at all, this video. We kind of had an inkling in the last video that some things were wrong with potential movement of the vehicle, i.e. getting it in a gear. Obviously, we've got the car running. We had it running for very minimal time with the old oil, got that sorted. Before I did anything to the car, the engine was obviously already at bit of a weird angle. It was starting to fall on that cross member, so I replaced that with some new poly bushers. Whether there's been any damage done over the 25 years or the simple just that engine moving, I don't know. Some people commented there's a spline, and if that falls out of alignment, it won't give it drive. So that could have potentially fallen out of alignment over the time of the car being sat, or it could just be now we've disturbed things, it's now not engaging drive, or reverse or anything like that. So that could be one fault. I think there's a centrifugal clutch. Please confirm that. I'm obviously complete newbie to these cars. And that could potentially be causing the issue, i.e. that could be seized. If there's a spring or a plate or anything like that, it's not moving. It won't even try and engage a gear. Down the back of the car with the actual CVT belt driven setup, that's not really that corroded or anything like that. There's some oil and moisture around it where it's been sat, but that moves freely, that's working fine. So there's not like a seized box. There is something between the engine and the back of the car causing fault. So I'm putting my money on clutch being a potential issue, or whatever the equivalent of the clutch is on these vehicles. But it does mean that we're going to have to make some decisions on this car. So this video, like I say, has just not gone to plan. I really wanted to drive this car. And obviously when we took on this car, we have to think of the bigger picture. The car was bought cheap. I've put a few £100 into the car. The ceiling prices of these cars isn't great. This was never a keeper car for the channel. I just want to lay that out there. I don't know if I made that very clear at the beginning of when I got the car. I wanted to save it from its resting spot and give it the best chance. It's a little bit out of my comfort zone now, so I'm gonna have to go away and do a little bit of thinking. I'm not saying that I've regretted any of this car, but I'm gonna have to just make some decisions, guys, so stay tuned for the next video of how we go forward with this car, if we can find a quick fix. Thank you for watching. I know you guys are all enjoying this car. I love these revivals, and this won't be the last kind of car revival I do. I can tell you that now. It's definitely not put me off. But the biggest elephant in the room for this car was that transmission. It is a very complicated of its time, weird, hard to find for parts. According to the DVLA, there's only 6 or 8 registered on the road now. I believe there's more in existence, but actually on the road, I don't know how true that is. So I really wanted to try and save it, and it's really got to me now. So you can probably tell by the video I'm a bit annoyed. I really wanted to drive this car. I really wanted to give it the chance of the road. I hope to, before Christmas, get a video out to you of what the next steps are for the car, really, what we're going to do with it. Yeah, but thank you for watching. Please comment away. Sorry to have bored you at the end of this video. Obviously, drop in the comments below. You're probably all going to throw loads of ideas at me, which is great. All of them I know which is going to point at the engine coming out. So we're going to just have to do a long, hard think about what we want to do with the car, what the monetary value of is the car, and you have to do things sensibly. Things like the Amazon is a dream car. This is not a dream car of mine at all. As much as I think it's absolutely amazing and cool, I've got to be real. So I'm going to have to do some long, hard thinking, guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video on the Volvo V40. But yeah, come on, Rolo, what shall we do with you?